The Dino Day stamp set is a great set for making cards for little ones. And so here is an example of a card that really uses both the stamp set and the Dino dies really, really well. So I'll show you what the stamp set looks like. And then the dies are intended to cut out each one of those images. So if you are watching this video in conjunction with the Boys to Men class, you are going to have a kit that looks like this. So I'm going to pull it out so you can see your bits and pieces. There's a lot of die cutting involved in this kit. So let me show you how you are going to put it together. So first of all, we have some stamping to do. And don't worry if you don't have this stamp set. After I show you how to assemble the card as I've designed it, I will show you another example of how you can kind of cheat if you don't have the set. So first of all, we're going to take the, I always think of it as an alligator, but it's not, it's some sort of dinosaur. But you're going to take Granny Apple Green and you're going to ink up the photopolymer stamp, and because it's see-through, it makes it very easy to line up. I just did not line that up properly, so as I was writing, oh, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. So that's number one. And then you have this cute little spine for the dinosaur. So you're going to use your snail adhesive and you're going to line that up. And I feel like where his arm goes is where that little hole is. So you just want to evenly space those spines along there. So I'm going to set him aside. Next, we're going to pull out the long neck dinosaur. So that's what, a Stegosaurus. I'm sure there's some dinosaur moms out there who know the answer to this. I used to teach dinosaur classes way long ago when I worked in natural history, but I've forgotten a lot of it since then. Okay, so now again, we're gonna line up our long neck guy. Peel that off, and now we have, oh, that was pretty good. I lined that up really well. Yeah. Okay, set him aside. Now we're going to pull out the soft suede and we'll bring in our palm tree and stamp along there. Pretty good. And finally, we'll bring in the palm leaves. So there's 5 of them. And we're just going to ink that up with Granny Apple Green and stamp right onto our palm tree. Great. Okay, the next part is we're going to take our card base and we're going to fold it in half. And here we're going to add in some footprints. So we have these little tiny footprints and you're going to add those along the bottom to make it look like our little dinosaurs are walking along. And then the other place you're going to add this, I'm just going to clean it off, is on the purple label. So this time we're pulling out Gorgeous Grape. I love this color combo, by the way. And we're going to ink up the little feet and add them like so. The next thing is you're going to bring in black. So that's using Memento, and you're going to stamp your Rawrsome, like that. And now it's ready to put the card together. So bringing back in, oh, one more step. You're going to bring in the little dots and you're going to add those on the back of our little dinosaur. Okay, so now we're bringing back in the card base and we're going to start by using dimensionals. And we're going to, on the flip side of our white rectangle, we're going to add those onto there. Pull that off. And we're going to stick that onto our card front. Next, we're going to take the palm tree and use snail adhesive. And we'll layer that on the middle. And then we're going to use snail to add our leaves. Beautiful. So the next part is we're going to add our greeting, and I'm going to use the dimensional on the one side, and that trick that I've taught you before where you put the snail on one side and dimensional on the other, that helps to keep the height in line with the other pieces that you've already added onto there. So now that goes there. And now we're going to add our little dinosaur. So you can add dimensionals on his body. And put him in front of the tree. And then we're going to add the little alligator looking one. So again, whenever I have a piece that I've added onto the back of something, I usually like to layer my dimensionals over top of it. It's just sort of an insurance policy that it's going to really hold that layer in place. Okay, now we add him over here. And there you go. Cute, right? Okay, so I promised you if you don't have this stamp set, how you could make this card work. So let me draw this in. So I just brought in another greeting. And here I've used a Stampin' Write marker to just draw lines in the palm tree and also the lines on the leaves. And for the dinosaurs, I took a sponge dauber and I just added a little bit of sponging. You could do this even on the ones that have the stamping if you wanted to add a bit more texture, and just walked it all the way around. And then if you're feeling really brave, I took my Stampin' Write marker or a black pen and I just added the eyeballs and his little nostrils so that it makes it look a little more interactive. So you can see this is where I've used the intended stamp set. And here's if you're just working with the pieces that I've given you to be able to complete the card another way. So I hope that helps. And yeah, I'm sure that some little dinosaur fan is going to love getting this card from you.